Meth, so some big news just came out about Tesla. So you know how you haven't been able to afford Tesla stock and you've been saving all your toys and treats to sell so that you could actually buy some Tesla stock? Well, you don't need them anymore because Tesla's doing a 5-for-1 stock split. You'll be able to finally buy some stock. Hey guys, I'm Dan and that was Murph, my 2-year-old German Shepherd, and today I'm going to explain to you the 5-for-1 stock split that Tesla have just announced. I'd get Murph to explain it to you, but I don't think you'd understand her accent. That's stupid. So what I want to go over is what is a stock split and what does it mean? What happens to existing shareholders? Why Tesla is splitting their stock and what it means for people who don't have shares in Tesla? And what I think you should do. And we're going to do all of that in 5 minutes. So first of all, let me tell you that nothing about Tesla's financials and fundamentals changes even at all. The stock split itself has no effect on anything to do with Tesla, not even the valuation of their company. Basically, a stock split is optional for any company, although it's pretty uncommon, and it really just means that any one share that someone owns in Tesla will now become 5 shares, although they divide the stock price by 5, so it works out exactly the same either way. So if we take an example, if someone has 10 Tesla stock right now, after August 28th, which is when the shares will be distributed, they will have 50 shares. So for each share they own, they will gain 4 more. However, before you get all excited, Tesla's stock price will also get divided by 5 to compensate. So as you can see here, if you have 10 shares at $1,400 valued at $14,000 before the stock split, after the stock split, you will have 50 shares at $280 each valued at the same $14,000. And then from August 31st, trading will commence on a split adjusted basis. But because this concept is often misunderstood by people, it can lead to a little bit of a trap, especially for inexperienced investors, because it looks like their stock is on an 80% discount, but the reality is they're not. Like I said earlier, nothing really changes. There's just 5 times more shares outstanding at 1/5 of the price, aka identical. So before I go over what I think you should do, whether you're a shareholder or not, first let's look at why they're splitting their stock in the first place. The reason for splitting a stock is usually pretty simple. The stock price is getting really high, getting out of reach, and people can no longer afford to invest in it. And considering Tesla's stock price went from around 200 to almost 1800 at one point, all in the same year, that's definitely the case for Tesla. So their goal by splitting 5-for-1 is to allow investors to be able to afford Tesla stock. Now, this makes no difference to institutional investors who invest millions and even billions of dollars at a time, but instead it's beneficial for retail investors, aka the average investor like you and me. We don't have to fork out $1,400 for a stock. Now we'll be able to do it for around about $300. And sure, people can buy fractional shares, so it doesn't make much of a difference, but not everyone can easily access fractional shares, and not all brokers even offer them. And it's also not very common. Another reason why companies split their stocks is future-proofing. They're expecting to grow and expand and become more and more successful over time, and considering their stock price is already getting out of control, imagine how far out of control it will get over time. So what they're trying to do is keep it contained, keep it to a reasonable level where most people can afford it, opening the doors to way more investors. Now, as far as what I think you should do, a thumbs up on this video would be just fine. Okay, seriously, long term, I am a big believer in Tesla. Over the years, I just think they're a real winner. They're kicking some huge goals already, and really, they haven't even gotten started. Their sales already dominate the EV market around the world, and if anything, they are gaining momentum. They have great vehicles, they're always expanding by building new factories and designing new vehicles and even new trucks. And most importantly, they have built such a strong brand identity that so many people believe in and so many people have such confidence in. It's almost going down the path of Apple. We all know that people tend to buy Apple or not Apple, and you're either an Apple lover or an Apple hater. It's as simple as that. And I think Tesla's going down a really similar path. And that sort of branding is extremely hard to achieve, and they're doing it before they've even really taken off, in my opinion. In the short term, however, I would not be buying Tesla just because of the stock split. I think it's all hype, and once that wears off, the dust will settle wherever it will settle. No one can predict where that will be. And in fact, when they released the information, because of all that hype, the stock went up 6%, but finished the day 3% down. So anyone that's telling you that they know what's going to happen in the short term are absolutely full of it. There's no way to know. And if everyone knew that stuff, then everyone would be rich. It's as simple as that. In my opinion, it's best to make your decision based on what you think will happen in the long term for Tesla. And if you've been wanting to buy Tesla stock for a while and haven't been able to because the prices are so high, that's exactly why they've done this split for you. Now you have your chance to get in. But if you're already a shareholder, then I don't think you need to do anything. Sit tight, hold your position, and just enjoy the roller coaster over the next few weeks because it's going to be a wild ride. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before you invest. And from me, it's goodbye for now.